Thanks for joining us, and make sure you check out the full article at revucell.com and sign up for our email list. Hair growth treatments promising to regrow hair are all over the internet, in hair salons, at the dermatologist, and even at Costco. So how do you know what type of treatment is right for you? With all the options out there, it can be really confusing. And believe me, you want to make sure you know the ins and outs of all the options before you go out and make a bad decision. When it comes to hair loss, mistakes can be physically scarring and really expensive. So let's take a look at some of the options, their costs, and their potential side effects. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what treatments are available and what might be a better fit for you. The first question you want to ask yourself is, why is my hair falling out or thinning? And there are many different types of hair loss, and each type may benefit from a specific solution. So step one for us is to figure out what type of hair loss you're suffering from. Temporary hair loss is when your hair temporarily stops growing. Basically, your hair goes through a hair growth cycle where it grows, falls out, and then regrows. But for some reason, your follicle doesn't re-enter that regrowth phase. So basically, once it falls out, it lays dormant. This can happen for a number of reasons, as the ones listed below. Chemical hair services like excessive bleaching and coloring can do a number on your hair and not only cause it to thin, but also cause it to break, making it look even thinner, especially on the mids and ends. Diet and malnutrition can be an issue as well. If you're deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, your hair is going to have a harder time growing and re-entering that regrowth cycle. Stress and traumatic events play a big role in your hair thinning process, and of course, illness or use of certain medications can affect how much your hair grows and how healthy it looks. Unfortunately, 50% of the people suffering from hair loss have permanent hair loss. What this means is that their hair follicle is dead or dying and cannot regrow new hair. For this 50% of hair loss sufferers, the options are more limited, and even the lowest forms of treatment are very expensive and don't have a high success rate. One thing to consider if you have permanent hair loss is to actually embrace it. If you're a man, I believe this is a lot easier, but still difficult. But if you're a woman, this can be a very difficult situation. Now let's see what options are available for you. You can then figure out what is most cost effective and gets the best results with the least risk for your particular situation. Remember, picking a treatment is a very personal choice. Don't just run into the doctor's office with a check. You may be able to find a more natural or organic treatment that can give you better results for situations without all the risks and the side effects. Available treatments range from using healthier hair products, so stop bleaching or coloring your hair for a while and use conditioners rich in moisturizers and proteins, as well as washing your hair with sulfate-free shampoos that are less damaging to your hair and to your scalp. Natural remedies have been out there for many, many years, and you can check out our post on the best 11 natural or organic remedies for hair loss over at revucell.com. This will give you a breakdown and information on things like using aloe vera, onion juice, apple cider vinegar, pea sprout extracts, and tea tree extracts as home remedies to help with your hair loss, to give you a much denser and fuller looking hair. On the medicine side, uh, medications like Propecia or finasteride or minoxidil have been around for many, many years. And we'll talk about their use and their side effects in a couple of seconds. But know that those are available out there. If you are a woman, you want to make sure you pay really, really close attention to your use of these products, because some of these prescription medications are not even cleared by the FDA for you to use. Semi-medical procedures like low-level laser and hair pieces and semi-permanent wigs are also choices that are out there. And last and definitely not least expensive, actually the most expensive, would be hair replacement surgery or hair transplants. When it comes to these surgeries, these procedures are performed usually by a dermatologist or other medical doctor that specializes in different forms of hair replacement. There are two main options that they might use: follicular unit strip surgery or follicular unit extraction. So let's talk about the different costs for the different treatments that are out there. Prices for these services may vary from state to state, country to country, but you can see the relative cost of the options and see what really fits into your budget and your lifestyle. I would recommend trying a few of the lesser expensive and less invasive options before you jump into a costly surgery or a replacement treatment that may or may not work for you. Using healthier hair product choices can run anywhere up to about $50 per month, and that's choosing to use uh, gentler shampoos, more gentler conditioners, salon quality products that might be able to give you a better overall look and to the health and shininess of your hair. And over time, this can help those who have damaged their hair due to chemical service and things to make the hair look fuller. Using natural or organic hair growth remedies can run up to around $60 per month, and that's using shampoos and serums specifically designed with more organic or natural remedies in the formulations. Medicinal and pharmaceutical options can run you up to around 75, 80, $90 per month based on the medication and the dosage prescribed by your doctor. Semi-medical procedures like low-level laser can go anywhere up to $4,000 per year, and that's low-level laser treatments being done at a dermatologist's office or a doctor's office where you're coming in multiple times a week for 15 to 1 hour long sessions. Um, if you go out on the internet and you learn a little bit more about low-level laser, the doctors that are for it, or the dermatologists that are for it, do say that longer um, treatment times, so doing it for 30 to 45 minutes, is better than doing it just for 15 minutes. And making sure that you're doing it on a consistent basis is important. There are also dermatologists out there that don't believe in low level laser at all. So make sure that you look at both sides of that equation. When you're looking at hair pieces or salons or hair replacement centers that do hair pieces or wigs, you're looking anywhere from the mid hundreds to the to around $2,000 per year, depending on the quality of the hairpiece that you're getting and the location, so city and country specific, and how many times they're going to replace it out every year. Now remember, these hair pieces are affixed to your scalp with a some sort of glue type substance, and so you do have to come in every couple of months to have that hair piece switched out and your scalp cleaned, and then your replacement piece gets sent out to get cleaned as well. Hair transplant surgery, hair replacement surgery is going to be the most expensive of these options. On the really, really low end, you're looking at anywhere between $4,000 to $15,000, depending on the amount of follicles that are being transplanted. What you want to remember as well is that you have a lot of hair on your head. And so if you think moving 1,000 follicles from one side of your head to the side that's balding is going to make that much of a difference, you may be in for a little bit of the surprise. Um, if in order to get the thickness that you really, really want, you're going to end up spending a lot of money on hair transplant surgery. Let's look at the side effects to these treatments. Now, on using healthier hair product choices, there are virtually no side effects. You do want to check for any allergies that you may have. Doing a simple patch test when you're trying new products is, something that you want to do. And definitely, if you are more prone to allergies, if you know you are allergic to certain things, then you want to stay away from those things, even in the hair products that you're going to use. No, you're not ingesting them, but your skin may be sensitive and your scalp may be sensitive to them as well. So keep that in mind. On the natural and organic hair growth remedies, again, virtually no side effects. We would recommend doing the same thing. Do a patch test on yourself just to make sure that you aren't irritated by, an essential oil or an extract that might be in one of the products. But basically, we highlighted it because that's the one that we think is the least amount of side effects and the least expensive to try, especially at first, because a lot of people may be helped by just this. Um, in in the medicinal and pharmaceuticals category, there are a lot of side effects, potential side effects. It doesn't mean that you're going to get these. It just means that when it was tested, uh, some people got them. Definitely, if your doctor recommends or prescribes Propecia or finasteride, take a look at the information on Propecia and finasteride, as those side effects may be a little different than the ones for minoxidil. So make sure that you do your due diligence, and if a doctor prescribes something for you, take a look at what the side effects might be and what the risks are, because sometimes the risks do not outweigh the outcome, and you might be better off doing something else. In the semi-medical procedures like low-level laser and hair pieces, you may want to pay attention and take a look at whether there are scalp allergies or irritations from the adhesives that are used. You know, see if they'll do a patch test. The medical center or the hair replacement center that you go to, if they'll do a patch test on the adhesives that they're using before you order a hair piece or do anything, because what the last thing you want to do is spend a whole bunch of money on a wig or hair piece that is going to be permanently affixed to your scalp, and have that fail because of an allergy or something like that. When it comes to hair replacement surgery, you can go online and see, do a Google search for hair replacement surgery mishaps or outcomes or side effects, and you can actually see images on Google of what happens when a hair replacement surgery goes wrong. Now, a lot of people get hair replacement surgery and it looks great, but for some people, it doesn't turn out that great at all. And what you have to do for yourself is figure out if the risk is worth the reward that you're going to get from it. Common side effects to hair replacement surgery include hair shedding, bleeding, infection. Some people have pain. In other situations, cysts, scarring, and swelling could be issues that are associated with it as well. So just make sure that you go out there, do some more research, visit our article that's linked in the comments below, or in the description below, so that you can get more information as well. Taking your own personal next steps in this journey. Now, with the information in this video, I hope that you can see that there are many options available, and figuring out what type of hair loss you have will narrow the options for your treatments. And it sets you on the right path so you don't spend a lot of money on something that may or may not work for you. Now it's time for you to decide on what is right for you. Each one of us has a different idea of what we will tolerate, spend, and endure. So hopefully you feel a little more confident to explore an appropriate course for yourself after watching this video and reading our article. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and put it in the comments section. Have a great day.